And obviously look forward to the Big 12s. I think, the calendar turned to March, and it's a great month. It's a great month. I don't know, you still got last year in your head, and you try not to, but maybe I don't want to say you want to get through the season, but we got to the Big 12s last year too. So I don't know. I'm not trying to be a downer, but trying to take care of the first thing that's in front of us, and that's getting everyone healthy down there in the first match, and that's really been our focus the last 3 weeks is the first match of the Big 12 tournament, whoever it is. Being ready for that and not looking ahead in any way, shape, or form. And I don't have anything other than that, man. We're ready to roll. We head down there on Thursday, work out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday's the tournament. March and 6th and 7th they've been up on our. We got a whiteboard in the room. There's a couple dates I put down. That was one of them. So I know our guys will be prepared and ready for it.
What's your lineup going to be? I know there was some Inzor that you were still figuring out before the last time we talked.
Yeah, Teskey, Skidlarczyk, Basil, Tristan Lara, Cade Lara, Austin Yant, Runyon, Parker, Moore, and Isley will be the 10 guys going to Big 12s. We had some wrestle-offs, and I don't particularly care for wrestle-offs, but in a shortened season, and a lot of guys I think being close, and you have some guys that fortunately and unfortunately, I think we have at multiple weights we have multiple guys that are really really dang good, and it's their job to carry the torch forward for that weight class. It's their job to go score a whole lot of points and help bring the Big 12 title home, for this team. The last couple weeks have been tough because you believe in guys and you see guys get crushed. The biggest losses that I know for me that I'm going to have this postseason just happened in these wrestle-offs with our guys. I tried to put it in their hands, and hey, guys had opportunities. It still doesn't mean you don't hurt, but we got those are the 10 guys that are right now going, and they'll be ready to scrap on Saturday and Sunday.
Was it within the last week you've had the tryouts, Coach?
Yep.
Talk about Austin Yant. We haven't seen him all year. What has he been dealing with? Is he ready to roll? I guess he's obviously ready to roll, but where's he been? What's he been dealing with?
Just injuries. Got a tweak. Got a tweak, and you try to get healthy and back and ready for her. Heck, didn't get to wrestle in the wrestle-offs initially. He wrestled the next weekend up in South Dakota. Beat a guy, and Pat wrestled great up there. The next weekend we're going to Iowa State, and he had a skin condition, so got knocked out of that. And then the next week he got dinged. And when you have a 6-7 week season, a 3 or a multiple week ding takes you out of a big chunk of the competitions. He competed well for us last year. The guys put a ton of work in. Pat did a great job for us. I think we got 2 really good guys there, and they had a couple matches, and Yant did what he needed to do to secure the spot and go down to the Big 12s and be our representative of 165. I think the allocations, I can tell you that, and I think all the Big 12 coaches feel the same. I think all the coaches other than the IWA feel the same, is that it wasn't done very well. It wasn't thought out well. It's a disservice to the athletes, but obviously what we have to do and what's in our controls, we know that at least there's more than one going at every weight. I think every weight has 4 or 5. So you could lose a match and still go. So it's still within our control. So I'm not gonna sit here and if we have 10 champs, then I know everyone's going. But I'm getting off on a rant a little bit because I I don't think it was done well. I don't think it was done right or thought out, and I don't think it, I think it did the Big 12 a disservice. Obviously there's going to be wild cards and have those opportunities, but you don't want to put yourself in that spot because you don't know who else may not make it or something could happen. But I know every guy is going to have an opportunity to put themselves into the national tournament, and we got it in our hands, and I think that's all we can ask. Having the opportunity, have it within our hands, and going out there and scrapping for 420 seconds piece. But I thought Yant looked really good the other day. I haven't got to see him in a whole lot of matches, but if you're a great competitor, 1 match, 2 matches, 10 matches, 100 matches, you're ready to roll.
Getting this opportunity after everything he had been through the last year plus. How cool has it been to just kind of see him? I know he struggled maybe a little bit here and there, but just to see a guy like that after everything he's been through, just competing and getting to this point in the season.
Yeah, we talk about being grateful for opportunities. We talk about being grateful for just given the chance to compete and being part of this team, and he exemplifies that because, heck, I think last year at this time, hey, am I going to be able to wrestle? There was points where, hey man, am I getting out of this hospital? And less than a year later, I'm competing in the Big 12s, and being able to do it with your brother too. I think that's a pretty unique thing. I was thinking about that with my boys. My boys are 16 months apart, and maybe they'll have that opportunity. My brothers, there's a big gaps, but I just think being able to do that together and he's certainly battle tested in a lot of ways, and just got to be able to use that in the right way. Sometimes I think for part of the season he's kind of like, well, I've been through all this. Why am I getting nervous or down on myself or being hard on myself for maybe losing a wrestling match when look at what I've already been through. And it's just you got to look at it in the right way. And we've had conversations, but man, incredibly proud of him and how he's responded. Man, he's strong. The whole thing is and I'm going to say it to each guy: the first match, the first whistle is all that matters right now. Being ready to go out there and then scrap every whistle in between. But he's definitely not taking it for granted, and I think for all of our guys, it's a great reminder that what can happen, what can be taken away, and heck, if it's not clear to everyone, with what we went through last year with our group, getting to almost to the finish line and then it not happening, I think all that's very clear in guys' heads, and I think each guy just thankful. I've talked through a few D3 coaches, and heck, they're not even getting the opportunity. So, man, for us to complain any way, shape, or form, or be anything but just grateful and excited for what's in front of us, I think we're crazy. And I know he feels that way, but man, he exemplifies that. We got some pretty incredible stories on our team of what guys have been through, the roads they've traveled to get to this point. I want to say Saturday and Sunday will be easy, but comparative to some of the things he's been through and what he had to deal with, it is. So I know that, man, that dude's going to go down fighting, and that's all we ask. Anything else, boys? Yeah, I think.
Good, Coach.
Yep. Sorry.
I'm good, Coach.
Oh, you're good.
I might try to maybe get a hold of an athlete later this week. What's a good day to have like a phone call?
We leave Thursday. We leave Thursday morning. We leave Thursday morning at 9. So, if you want to get him before that, or we'll be on the bus at that time too. So I don't know when you want to put that thing out,
yeah,
but
well before that, I'll reach out to you this afternoon and maybe we can do something tomorrow morning or something like that. Does that work?
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good, man. I appreciate it. And I should talk about our recruiting class real quick, just because, and I don't know if anybody sees this or not, but we wrapped up. We had 6 guys that we've got committed. 3 of them were state champions. Jared Seema just won a state title. Second one down in Kansas. Connor Thorpe won a state title, and R.J. Weston. And then we had 3 guys in the state of Iowa. Caleb Running got 3rd, and then we had Aronson got 2nd, and Ron Avardi got 2nd. Obviously those guys all made great runs in their tournament. We had 3 champs, a couple seconds, and a 3rd, and we're looking forward to those guys being added to our program. But I want to make sure that even though we couldn't be there, we're still paying attention. We're still excited for those guys and what they accomplished, and it's championship season right now. So those guys got us started off winning some titles, and it's our turn to do the work this weekend.